A couple of you came in and asked about number 12, so I wanted to kind of try to give a little better answer than I gave you in person. This is 12b, some of you had a question about. And what it does, it gives you the z-score of 1.5 for the cost, no, for the hours, and asks what is the z-score for the cost. So I'll try to do it kind of quickly because we don't want to overthink this one too much. So let's take a look at the time. So for time, we have some assumption of normality. I think the average is 4.5, and so we have 1, 2, 3 standard deviations, gets us out to the tail. 1, 2, 3 standard deviations, which I think was 1.2. Looking over at the sheet. Yeah, so we got, what do we got? 5.7 to there, 6.9, 8.1, and you can do the subtraction the other way. So here's our normal curve for the hours, and we got a z-score of 1.5, which means we're 1.5 standard deviation. So we're like right about there, whatever that is. That's the position we are on the normal time curve. So this is time of, this time of a visit. You have to read the whole problem. Time gets turned into cost by multiplying by 40. So, if you think about it a second, if we just multiply everything by 40, it's not really changing how it's spread out. It's still spread out the same way it was, pretty weak. So our middle is whatever, 4.5 times 40, 160 and a half, 180, I think. And then, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 standard deviations out to the tail, 1, 2, 3 standard deviations out to the tail. And our spot that was here is still going to be in that same spot down here. It's still going to be 1.5 standard deviations, which means its z-score is still going to be 1.5. This is then, whatever, 1.2 to 48. You can check my arithmetic on this. A standard deviation of this is going to get us to, I think, to 228, and then 200 and for another 48 more, 276. Oh boy, whatever, and another 48 over there. I'll let you do that. And then we have to add in $30 for the fixed cost or something like that. All that's going to do is going to take this whole thing and shift it over 30. So I'll draw it in a second, but it's not going to change the position of this particular point on the dollar curve, which related to this particular point on the time curve, which means through all of this, this is going to be 1.5 standard deviations away. So I'll go ahead and draw it though. We shift everything over 30, then this is just going to go to 210. This is going to be 258, 306, whatever. Out to the end, out to the end. Ouch, that's horrible. Oof. But we were over here anyway at 1.5. So, the answer ends up being that z is going to be the same. The z-score is going to be 1.5 if we started at a z-score of 1.5. So multiplying everything and then shifting it doesn't change the spread. Hopefully that made more sense than my verbal explanation. Hey, if that doesn't help, come on in. We'll talk about it some more.